You are watching a master at work.
This shit called drone. Here we go.
Smoking, watching movie, joking with the young and goofy. Scrolling through his phone and seen a Cuban link that's worn by Gucci. Fascinated by gangster shit and trying to get rich or fake it like you got it. So everyone double tap his pick. Depositing fake reality for salary, non-negotiable. Overdosing on sociable, quotable. So the locals know that his chain is a movie. That his bitches is bougie. That his activist leaning. That he really unruly. 27 with pocket money and 4 world rats. Ain't punching clocks, but punctuation on where the plug at. Dry snitching and fishing for likes with frequent visits. Posting pictures with burners for stripes and recognition. Flexing with 4 bands, he smiled for the cameraman. The Instagram is location, his followers tapping in. 3 enemies waiting, 1 bullet, 1 mask. Got his fucking brains blown out over 2 hashtags, you know.
May not always be around, but I don't need you so bad. I need you bad. May not always get in line, but I don't need you so bad.
It's the mile, not the wow. What's going on, good people? Happy Friday. We back in here. Edified early in the week. Now we're gonna have some fun. Talk some shit. And if you can't ascertain from the title, the show will reveal the direction we're going. Enough is enough. It ain't really a laughing matter because I don't find joy in having to bleed you. But don't worry, I'm not just gonna bleed you, I'm gonna bleed you real with you, Trapper. Y'all both gonna get it. How about that? Hit that like button on the way in. Fall into the chat. If you ain't subscribed to the channel already, make sure you do. We're gonna get into some shit today.
Without having to call you. Quick, fast, I know just what they all do. But you can do it better and it's all cool. Never stick on me. Want you to want me. The love want me. Want you to want me.
Gangland name, what it do? What Chief, what's going on? Gangland, I bet you could put together who we getting at today. That title. I did want to do it. I do want to do it now, but initially I withheld going in on bro, because I've been watching bro shit since he was under 1,000 subscribers, man. But it wasn't all this goofy shit that we seeing today. It came across different. The point that becomes impossible for a motherfucker to, man, ignore the shit and let it slide is that violence. I understand violence on being. I ain't got nothing against that. Once you go to engaging in all this violent conduct and behavior on women, man, especially the women that have made themselves extra vulnerable by giving you all that type of shit, man. We gotta get you, man. We gotta go run through it all. We gotta run through it all. And T-Real, you ain't right either. Why you had that man on your motherfucking show? I mean, I don't watch that shit no more. I ain't watched that shit since you disrespected, since y'all did 6 million Hey Blogs like that. But that's something else. I just clicked on that shit just to see. But I click on that shit, y'all motherfuckers doing calls and all kind of weird shit. That's why I don't watch that shit no more. Y'all had that goof ass nigga on y'all show. And at this point, I think T-Real and that motherfucker be flirting or some shit. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. And I can fight too. I got a spot. I got a gym too.
I wanna get the brain too. Tell the truth, I might even stand in the rain too. Just to make you rain too. So your last one to recognize your worth. All good, I let him go first. All good, I let you go.
Yeah, motherfucker love that bone skunk shit. We gonna get through that though. We gonna get through all that shit. Cause T-Real is another motherfucker, man, I've spared for the longest. And by sparing, I mean I haven't. I see shit in a certain kind of way. And we're gonna talk about it today. We're gonna talk about it today, T-Real. The way you like to disrespect women the same way, man. You might be just as violent. The way you get at bitches. Excuse me, women. I'm talking about the bitches. Pardon me. Some of y'all listen. Hey, scratch what I just said. T-Real, I'm on you and Rich Trapper. Y'all hang tight just a second while we get some shit loaded.
Back or restrain is the flame I got in my vein. I never complain, I just want you to.
What, Chief? That's a cold concept, definitely.
I never complain when your name is mentioned. I can't hold back or restrain. It's the flame I got in my vein. I never complain. I just want you to want me.
Rich Trap out here beating on women, and when he ain't doing that, he hollering at me. However way you want to take it, whether for a fake fade or for some homosexual activities. And like I say, man, actually, I don't even know if I want to say that, man, because that shit ain't acceptable. You probably can't come up there to the gym, bro, so you probably get hurt. We can figure something out. If you really want to, if you got some real aggression, holla at me. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. And when this shit first happened with you and Neem and Drea, I wasn't gonna do nothing. I wasn't gonna say. Like I said, I didn't say nothing. I wasn't saying nothing. Not really. Because it was like, man, I was on. It wasn't that I was on the fence, but it's like, all right, man. It wouldn't be the first time where some shit. I see some shit, and instead of just calling it out, a motherfucker just back off from it. You get what I'm saying? But like I say, man, Back on Fear got a big platform, and for them to open it up for you to be a vessel for you, that put them on the wrong side of history. And this ain't a big situation, but in this instance, it definitely puts them on the wrong side of history. And because of that, I'm gonna get over everybody on that side of the motherfucker. Schmack, I ain't tripping on you because you can't even pay us for our fucking retainer fees. But that's another story. We won't see you in court soon too. But this is about T-Real and whatever. T-Real, it's about you because you brought this motherfucker on your shit. And but the delusions of grandeur. Bro posted some shit yesterday. And Lean, with that, you told us not to be over there though. But now, first comment I see in the motherfucker comment, this motherfucker. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Let me get this right. Let me turn this real bad. Bear with me. Yes, sir. So yeah. Oh, wait a minute. We don't want that reverb like that no more. Come here. All right. So, first comment I see when I get over there, Neem and they told her, yeah, this motherfucker got delusions of grandeur because this motherfucker, and we gonna find it. We about to react to it first. This fool done sat up here and said that he did an interview with DJ Drama, and Pun did an interview with DJ Drama, but Pun shit didn't make it off the doorstep. But Rich Trapper shit was the shit. We gonna get there first. Let's go watch some of this shit. Bear with me, y'all. Matter of fact, give me 15 more seconds. Yeah. Where are we gonna start? We're gonna start off with Rich Trapper's Delusions of Grandeur, or Rich Grinder's Delusions of Grandeur. And then, look, I don't fuck with Flacco. Y'all know. If you've been watching my shit long enough, you know I'm not a fan of his at all. But shout out to Flacco for his incredible investigative journalism and reporting on making sure that the public audience was fully aware of the depth and the dynamic of Rich Trapper's violent tendencies or his propensity for violence. But before we get there, let's just listen to this fool. We're gonna listen to him talk about how how Pun ain't shit. And like I say, Pun the big boy, he handled himself. I don't really get involved with this shit. But I don't like motherfucker getting that Pun either, because I respect Pun's mind. I respect that shit. Even though it's some shit that we ain't gonna get down there, but I'm a big fan of his thought process. So with that being said, damn, he must have pulled them motherfuckers. He pulled them. Wait a minute, y'all see this? Oh, that's why. Bear with me, y'all. Trying to find this motherfucker. It wasn't on his. Was it on his YouTube page? You know who got it? Keyboard Warrior on IG. I don't know if y'all know about bro, but bro been since Don't Panic kind of has taken a back seat. Keyboard Warrior been holding it down as far as having the clips and shit. So we're gonna find it. Here we go. But I feel like it had to be on his page though, because hold on.
As far as I'm concerned, since you've been in this content space, see, I'm aware of who Pun is as far as the streets and all that kind of stuff. Pun's older, he's over 50, you know what I'm saying? So,
Y'all, hell no, this motherfucker didn't dye his shit black for the video, right? This nigga didn't really go dye his facial hair, because anybody that been watching this man, he know this man got a face full of white hair. So for your call out video, we not here for that. We not here for the surface level low hanging fruit.
we got this over 50-year-old man in our content space constantly causing destruction, if you will, and has centered the entire culture around this destruction, if you will. And the destruction is based off what?
What the fuck is this if you will shit? I hate when motherfuckers be trying to sound like they know some shit so damn bad. Why did bro? He was a fan of this shit, but I'm gonna go back and show y'all that too.
Sitting around with a bunch of dope fiends with no teeth in dark rooms and humiliating his constituents and his friends. You go ahead and you look at the Ace Pit, Let Me Cook. That almost cost him, you know what I'm saying, relationships with his homies on camera. You know, I ain't gonna say no names because everybody know who it is.
Because they don't want you saying their name, and I'm not gonna say what they want or no shit like that, but the people you referring to, they've never publicly said what you're implying right here. Even if they may have implied it, they never said it, so you trying to put something on it. You look, let's get through this video.
It's mad
I
that
don't
we
like the
talking
way he
about
looking at
pun.
me
We ain't
right
gonna
now.
bring other names into it. We don't got to do all that. But y'all know certain members of the community platform or Apollo or whomever, you know, within that universe weren't happy with the way that the Ace Pit was going on, nor were they happy with pun with the way that he was doing this trash, low budget content.
Trash, low budget content. Now, we gonna get to it. I'm gonna stop telling y'all we gonna get to it. Man, for the longest, man, this motherfucker, he started off with some decent content, had some interviews with T.I. and he was giving them some thoughtful dialogue or thoughtful monologues. Dialogue is when two people are talking. He would come on, he'd say some shit and it wouldn't be some shit that was too wrong. And then it ventured into a lane where he wasn't really saying too much. He just was playing somebody else's content, and then he would stop it and be like, it wouldn't even really be fair use type shit. It'd just be like a motherfucker would stop the content just to say something, just to break it up, and then keep letting it play. It was, I don't know, I don't want to put it in a box, but that right there was I fell back then. I unsubscribed then, but then it started popping up because some of the things that the content that he was stealing and reposting was it was news, not news in the sense of notable events in this sector, not like real fucking news, but he was having it there. So at that point, I'm like, okay, I'll tolerate the, you know what I'm saying, the click, you know what I mean, the motherfucker just clip you talking and shit because you ain't talking about shit. But then that turned into motherfuckers doing clickbait shit where he'll say the title will say one thing and the video will be about something entirely different. And I want to say maybe the first time we're watching this shit and he tell you about 9 minutes into the video, he like, yeah, this gonna be a clickbait. I'm gonna have to get y'all for this one. And I ain't think nothing of it. I thought, but I ain't really take too much of it. But because it seemed like it wasn't a common thing. It wasn't something I was frequently experiencing. But then over a little, and this is not a long time later, over a little time later, I just noticed that wasn't just a one-off thing. This motherfucker doing that damn near in every video. Especially in the videos where the subject seems to be something that a motherfucker be interested in watching. And in that point, you finessing me. But I don't, like I say, I don't gain no distaste for you. I don't say I'll fuck you, no shit like that. At that point, I'm like, okay, let me unsubscribe from this shit. But I ain't got nothing against you. You know what I mean? And at this point, I had heard the Grindgate. I had heard of Grindgate and all those allegations. And when I first seen that shit, and I was gonna reach out to P's and Q's, see if I could interview him or some shit, but I don't feel like that'll be needed. I feel like we can get through most of it without that. But I did have some. I didn't quite understand it. It seemed like it could have been a little fishy. Like it I don't know. It just seemed like somebody else. I just didn't fully understand it. I didn't understand how that fucking all played out. Nor did I care to. I know that because you in a sector with the same sector as the Whack 100s and the Poetic Flacos and all these type of people who shape and paint narratives and shit, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. He might, maybe he, and like I say, if that's what you're into, that's what you're into. I'm not let me say that. If you're a homosexual and that's what you're into, that's fine. That's fine by me. It ain't got nothing to do with me. However, if you are and you're saying that you're not, and then is all these other elements and shit start coming up, it becomes indicative of a type of person. And when I'm talking about a type of person, I'm not even talking about a type of gay person, no shit like that. I'm just talking about a type of man, a type of man that lies and not accountable, and who will reshape or revision what's happened to make their version of it seem more accurate. And then there was the instances of motherfuckers pretending to have marked motherfuckers out, and he had me for I marked whack out. I had whack, all these other different situations and shit like that. And like I say, isolated, motherfuckers can look past it and look over shit like that. But when you put everything in contingent and look at it as a big picture, we looking at a fuck nigga. Clear as day, we looking at a fuck nigga. Same, and it's similar for T-Rail. Like I say, T-Rail, he got a whole nigga. We gonna get to you, T-Rail. This ain't about you yet. We gonna wait till we get to him talking to you.
You feel me? And it went upon and upon and upon for months, where you had this 50-year-old man, 50 plus. I'm gonna say 50 to be generous, but pun's older than 50. You had this 50-year-old.
Hey Neem, you said that shit last week. I said, yeah, I'm going live tonight. But you ain't lying. That consistent shit is a motherfucker. Because for whatever reason, my shit was, and it's still capped. They still ain't giving me the impressions that I was once getting. But once the motherfuckers just started to go live a little bit more, that shit pushed my impressions back up. So they pushing me back out some more. That was hella motivated. I appreciated you saying that to me last week, Neem. Speedboat, what it do?
Man who's supposed to be a leader and a staple within our platform and community, within our YouTube community, giving us this type of content week after week after week after week after week, because the destruction, i.e. the low budget content where all you're doing is sitting around talking bad about people, your friends, yeah.
I don't know, man. See, like I say, now everything this motherfucker do looks homosexual and effeminate. That face right there, the lisp, motherfucker head-shaped gay. You got a thin gay head. Oh man, everything about this shit, and you're dying your facial hair and all this shit. You gotta eat.
Homies, your coworkers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, all that kind of whoopty bam. Yeah, that wasn't. There was no thought put into that. There was no thought put into that. That was like sitting at the lunchrooms clowning people. That's the lowest.
He's talking about the time. He's talking about the time when this motherfucker was begging and dying and wanting to be over there. Speedboat, you the first motherfucker that bled him. I really need to find a way to get you on here today so you can come up and give a few words on this motherfucker. If y'all don't know, that's why he don't like What Could Go Wrong. Or not What Could Go Wrong. What's the name of that shit? Let Me Cook. He hating on Let Me Cook because our boy Speedboat blazed his motherfucking ass on Let Me Cook. Matter of fact, Speedboat, if there's any way you can find that video, if you got that clip, man, if you can send it to me, we go play that motherfucker too.
The budgets. That's the lowest of budgets. Oh, you did it in front of a Ring camera? That's what made it high price, because I'm using the sunlight as I walk home from the gym. That's it. Come here, Six. Because I got my dog with me. Because Six, you come with me to the gym. That's what make it low budget. Because I don't see how sitting around at the Ace Pit talking trash about. Let's not talk about anybody else outside of the homies that you had at FMW that was over there, that no longer was cool with it, and it became a problem.
Who was at FMW that was that's no longer cool with the Ace Pit? Who exactly? Like I said, the Ace boys, you better mind your business, because you not one. And they go back way further than this internet shit. So whatever potential discrepancies they are, I'm sure they'll put them motherfuckers to the side and dedicate a private assessment for you. I'm almost sure of it. So you need to leave them out of it, cause them niggas don't fuck with you. Motherfuckers been not fucking with you. So you over here calling them the FMW homies and all that shit. So pull that back. Maybe you're not talking about them, because you can't be talking about them, because they not even FMW. Them Ace boys. Fuck you mean. Send a kit, nigga.
Well, that's interesting. But what else is destruction? You sit around and, oh, well, I was just joking when it came to this person. Oh, I was just joking when it came to that person. Oh, what about this? When you have people coming to your platform to talk about other people because you ain't got no real subject content outside of drama.
What the fuck? Hold on. bro, you like we react to shit. We not. They got shows. They make content, and then motherfuckers like you, motherfuckers like me, we react to that shit. Well, I may react to it. You just gonna play that shit and pause it and say something, and basically try to leech and siphon motherfucking money away from what the fuck you doing to fuel your homosexual escapades. But you, how the fuck this? Like I say, delusions of grandeur is the best. Is the three words that you could use that sums it up well. Another, if you were to use four, I'd say cluster B personality type. But maybe after we watch enough of this shit to see how crazed this lunatic is, we'll actually go look up the criteria or the characteristics of the different cluster B personality types.
See, Community, back on Fig, that whole FMW, that was supposed to be a better version of No Jumper. All we got now is No Jumper Jr. How we got Nick Jr., we got No Jumper Jr. You feel me? So yeah, running plays, fake content, stage beefs, no actual content about anything outside of drama. Pun, you just a big old reaction channel, bro. You just like me. You just like me. I'm just like you. You just like me. See, I watched y'all and I wanted to do what y'all.
Boy, no, you didn't. Boy, no, the fuck you didn't. You just like me. First of all, well, I don't know, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and say niggas not gay, first of all. Second of all, motherfuckers is financially secured. That's another thing. Motherfuckers have established themselves in the field that they call themselves working in. Man, that's just like the baseline of, and you sit up there and really try to bring Pun down to your level. Boy, what the fuck have you? Nobody knows you. You like me. More like it. The fuck? You compare yourself to Pun, you need to be relating to motherfuckers down here. You closer to the motherfuckers with 150 views than you is to motherfuckers like Ace Boy Pun and them. Don't you gotta get delusions of grandeur, y'all.
I like Community. Come on, Six. Since we talking about it, Ace Boy Pun, as far as I'm concerned, since you've been in this content space, see, I'm aware of who Pun is as far as.
Hold on, this ain't the one. I gotta find this shit because the motherfucker was on here talking about this man said, we gonna find it. We gonna find it. There you go.
Actual content about anything outside of drama. Pun, you just a big old reaction channel, bro. You just like me. You just like me. I'm just.
We
like
not
you.
watching
Like
all
me.
23
See, I watched
minutes.
y'all and I wanted to do what y'all did. I like Community.
I'm just trying to get to this point where this motherfucker says some outlandish, foolish shit. And we gonna go and look and review to see if there's any truth to that statement.
Back on Fig, I like what they have going on. So I say it all the time. I love what them dudes have going on. They are the four founders, the forefront, the OGs, whatever you want to call it, of what we got going on in space. I led way to people like me doing these reaction channels and now starting up my own platforms and doing little different things and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, they did that.
I want to know what the different things are. Maybe. Oh shit, y'all! I didn't even get around. We got fuck, man. It ain't enough time in today. I got shit to do at some point today, so I can't. It's so much shit to go through, man. We might have to open up a whole file on you and do a part 2 later on, cause I have forgotten all about this. Motherfucker was on a day in L.A. with Dijon, and Pot Lord. They tricked. I don't know how the fuck they got you up there, but I'm looking at this shit. It's 3 fags and a stag. I don't know what the fuck I'm watching. But. We gonna get over there too, but let's finish here.
Never not give credit where credit is due, but let's look at this real quick. Hold on, let me go to the community page real quick because all y'all do is reactions just like me. Y'all not creating no original content every.
No, where's the shit?
Say 50 to be generous, but Pun's older than 50. That's it. Come here, Six. Got no views. I'm just saying. You feel me? I'm saying, hey, what's going on, OJ? Man, I can't complain. How you feeling? back to the gym. I forgot my damn shin pads.
What you need shin pads for?
You know, we sat down with Drama. You sat down with Drama. I did mine for the 20-year trap anniversary. There was an actual reason. You just sat down with him and talked about nothing and got no views. I'm just saying. You feel me? I started off with the big T.I. interview. That was the biggest interview that was being used by, well, I'm going to call it spade a spade. We weren't in the podcast space then. We weren't in the content space then. I think I was maybe a year.
My boy, check that shit quick.
Man,
hold on. This is what I was looking for, and we're going to get out of here from here. This I was looking for. Oh, this and King. This motherfucker. Yeah, so when it comes to that, what's going on, OJ? Man, I can't complain. How you feeling? But, I'm talking, little dude I see walking every day. But, man, my bad. I got a call. I got to go back to the gym. I forgot my damn shin pad. That all being said, though, like I was saying, you know, we sat down with Drama. You sat down with Drama. I did mine for the 20-year trap anniversary. There was an actual reason. You just sat down with him and talked about nothing and got no views. I'm just saying. Hold on, y'all. Let's stop right there, and we can do it like this. Open that tab, and let's search through here. Or better yet, let's pause that. Let's search through this like this. You can't be fucking serious, y'all. Can y'all see that? I don't know. Can y'all see those? Hold the fuck up. Boy, you lost your goddamn mind, man. Sir, I'm gonna have to zoom this in so y'all can see it. Sir, your DJ Drama interview got 358 views. Your second one, or whatever the fuck this is, got 529 views. This next live with the DJ Drama party, that motherfucker got 394 views. Sir, you have lost your everlasting mind. What the fuck? Hold on. Let's see, because you talking about T.I. too. Let's see. You sat down with T.I. 2 years ago to discuss the situation with Boosie and snitching. You did 30,000 views. Applause. Applause, guys. Applause. Feel me? I started off with the big T.I. interview. That was the biggest interview that was being used by, well, I'm going to call it spade a spade. We weren't in the podcast space then. We weren't in the boy, check that shit quick. You realize how dumb that sounded. Motherfucker said. Hold on. There we go. All right. That motherfucker said he was finna say he did the biggest one in the space at the time, boy. And I think I was maybe a year early. You feel me? So academics picked it up. He was the biggest thing going on around at that time. You feel me? So since that's what y'all respect is what string theory for conflation. Excuse me, pun. That's what you respect is the opinions of other men and the accolades and the verifications from other men. So you ain't never had a moment that big. Not in your podcast career. Now what you did with music is what you did with music. We're not here to take that from you. Diamond Lane. Diamonds. We ain't here to take that from you, big dog. But we talking podcasting. We talking content. So what's high budget about puns content? Not FMW. Shut your gay ass up. Let's go. Let's get to the next one. This motherfucker. You lost your goddamn mind. Matter of fact, hold on. Let's pull it up. Fuck. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. I'm trying to find the video. Speedbo just sent it to me. The video of him bleeding bruh ass. There we go. Pause. Fuck. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me.
If you a rich trapper guy in the street, nigga, who will win, nigga?
Beat the shit out this nigga. Don't do it to him. Beat the shit out this nigga.
Which one first?
Hands,
All that
nigga.
look good until I stop doing it. I'm
Nigga, you ain't
choking the
about
shit
to,
out of it
you
when I
ain't
do
gonna
it.
be able to do none of that.
Nigga, we
bro.
not here for education. We here for destruction,
No, so
nigga.
you vote for
Hold
that
on.
shit, nigga.
Let the
Now, this the show Rich Trap. We just was listening to Rich Trapper talking shit, talking about how all this show ain't all you do is destruction. Let Me Cook was trash, all that shit. We finna see why you don't like why you don't like Let Me Cook.
wait,
Super
huh?
soft
You
ass
watch the good
niggas,
content.
sassy
Whack,
ass niggas.
loose cannon,
You
600,
you
rock
stand,
star.
bro. You
Niggas
stand.
want some big face for me. It's the
Sassy
reason, my
ass
nigga.
nigga.
It's the
You
reason
saying,
nobody
bro.
wants to get on me. It's the reason why I got a
Sassy
bunch
ass
of empty
nigga.
boxing
You
contracts to your
sassy,
favorite
bro.
YouTubers, my nigga.
You sassy, bro.
That's
Sassy.
fine. Come get beat up by a sassy nigga. That's cool.
Rich Trapper, name them niggas.
Come get beat up by a sassy nigga. That's cool. Dog. Yeah, man. And like I say, I was giving them grace because I'm like, man, everybody ain't good. Everybody ain't good with retorts and comebacks and shit like that. Some people, you know what I mean? So I overlooked a lot of shit. I give a lot of benefit of the doubt, and don't let me start patting myself on the back. But yeah, I give motherfuckers a lot of benefit of the doubt. Oftentimes when they don't deserve it. But I do that shit to make sure that in my assessments and my conclusions that I'm as sure as I can be. That's why I'm super sure now. I gave motherfuckers, yeah.
Did you say running from your
Whack
face?
100, loose cannon. Whack 100, loose cannon, 600, Rockstar, Bosco. Niggas don't really want no problems, my nigga.
God damn. All the niggas running for the face.
Everybody, all the motherfucker running scared. Get the fuck out of here. Man.
Right here on your list.
Want problems with the nigga that's not from nowhere. That's the reason because I whoop
Damn.
shit in real life.
Bro, ain't nobody
And then
scared, bro.
Now, as we will learn later in this episode, that is not a lie. He does whoop shit in real life. Verbatim.
oh, you're sassy. Come get your ass whooped by a sassy nigga.
Ain't nobody
That's cool.
scared, bro. You
My
the one
bitch
that
is
got
beautiful.
sassy with me.
Put your stupid
Hey, let's
ass
see them
on
hands.
camera.
Lane, let's see them
Nigga,
hands.
you weigh about
Hands.
the
Hey,
same
let's see
as
them
I weigh.
hands.
Nigga, you about $130, man. You
Hey,
act like
Lane.
you a heavyweight, man. Little ass nigga, shut your ass up, nigga.
Lane, let's see them hands.
Hey, you
Let
got
me ask this nigga one
BLMS too,
question.
nigga. You built like
Let
a
me ask this
middle
nigga one
schooler, nigga.
question.
Shut your ass up.
Lane, let me ask you a serious question. What's a
What's
Della
up,
Riva?
man?
What's a
What?
Della Riva? What's a Della Riva?
Bro,
What the fuck? What's a dollar Riva? Who gives a fuck? Gay ass nigga, that's some shit. Is that what y'all do? Is that what y'all do at y'all gym when you went to sign up for self-defense classes? Y'all do martial arts history. Y'all do vocabulary tests on Friday. What the fuck are we doing, bro? What's a Della Riva? Some shit a bitch ass nigga like you know.
what you trying to educate a nigga for? You ain't talking about putting shit the fuck up, nigga. Shut your bitch ass up,
What
nigga.
is a
Nobody wanna
Della
hear
Riva?
that shit. Trying to educate
So the
somebody.
nigga don't
trying
know
to
what it is,
educate
what
the
it is.
fuck.
How he gonna stop me from choking the shit out of him
What
when I
you
do
trying to
it?
educate
Nigga trying to kick some knowledge or something. What the fuck?
me for?
What you mean?
If a
Stop
nigga
you
don't
from
know what it
choking the
is, how
shit
he
out
gonna
of me,
stop me when
nigga?
I'm
You ain't
choking the
about
shit out
to.
of him
You
when I
ain't
do
gonna
it?
be able to do nothing.
That's how I'm gonna tell y'all something. Cause there was a point in my life where I had just gotten into combat training and shit like that. And that's what he sound like. He sound like a motherfucker who's in his first 6 months, 3 months type shit. And they're learning new, fascinating things about a world and philosophy that they weren't knowledgeable about. And with that, motherfucker want to teach you about some of this shit. I just started learning, motherfucker. Have you ever heard? Because I never knew what it was until I started trying. All that, you know what I'm saying? This goofy ass shit that plays into the false confidence that can come from or comes with motherfuckers who just started training, who are new to combat sports and shit like that. Because now you think you know some shit, and fair, you may know something that you may know some terms or some ideas. When I say ideas, I mean even movements and shit like that. You may have some ideas that or you're practicing that other motherfuckers may not be aware of or keen to, but motherfucker, in 6 months we've talked about this on Mob Talks a couple weeks ago when we talked about the Dunner-Kruger effect. That's when motherfuckers confuse confidence or confidence with competence. By that I mean motherfuckers will if you dumb enough, if your ignorance is the lack of knowledge, so the less knowledge that you have about a given field or about something, that can empower you to make you think that you are capable or you're competent or you're just able to do things that you're not. Because if you were competent, if you knew well enough, you'd know not to even try that. But see, that's how Dunner-Kruger effect works. And it's a whole different thing. This leads to how people get into kind of why the world is where it is now. Because like I say, people who look confident, people who can, if you're ignorant enough to think that you know what you're doing, you can convince motherfuckers who do know what they're doing, or you can convince motherfuckers who don't know what they're doing that you're the one who does know what he's doing when you're alongside other people who maybe are more qualified and do know what the fuck they're doing. But because they know what they're doing, they know not to overexert this confidence as if it's so simple or something like that, because it's not. So, but what happens is when an incompetent motherfucker presents it like that, they get the position, and then the position or whatever that in whatever capacity. And you look at, that's how we got the president. So we get a lot of situations that we in right now because of the Dunner-Kruger effect. But that's essentially what that come back to. Let's go.
Nigga, we not here for education. We here for destruction, nigga.
Hold on. Wait, Tom, you watching good content.
Sassy ass niggas.
Miss Cannon.
You stand, bro. You stand.
Niggas want some big face for me. It's the
Sassy
reason, my
ass
nigga.
nigga.
It's the reason nobody wants to get out. It's the reason why
Sassy
I'm
ass
getting
nigga.
boxing contracts.
You sassy, bro.
My nigga.
You sassy, bro.
Jumpy, I can ascertain, I can see that this motherfucker, you's a white belt motherfucker. You talk, your conduct, everything about what you're doing suggests you new to this and you're happy to be doing it type shit, but you're not well grounded in any of this shit yet. You feel me? You just you heard you got these new cool terms and it was introduced to you, maybe somebody put you in it while y'all was rolling on some shit. You're like, man, that was hard to get out of. I'm gonna use that. Motherfucker, I'm gonna put you in the deli. Man, get the fuck out of here, man. But that was a quick one right there. I just wanted to go back because this motherfucker talking about let me cook and everything wrong with that and how that was a bullshit show and all that. But that's why you don't like it, because Speedboat rolled your motherfucking ass on there. You on there trying to get motherfucking history lessons and shit. Imagine the motherfucker say, man, you was a bitch. I want to get out. And the motherfucker tell you, do you even know what a rear naked choke is? Nah, bitch, show me. What the fuck are you talking about? But look, from there, I want to see, do I want to let him even get his shit off on King? You know what? I am. Bear with me. I'm just trying to see if I even, because I get at T-Rail a lot, and I know it may come across that a motherfucker don't fuck with, excuse me. I get at King, especially in the chat, motherfuckers see that, so motherfucker may think that I don't fuck with King or some shit like that, but I really do fuck with King, and that's why I do get him like I do. But I just don't know if this is gonna be worth. Actually, it's not. What we gonna do? let's go over here to Poetic Flacco. And like I say, normally I wouldn't even be doing no shit like this. I actually was recently thinking, you know what? I could make a whole fucking series out of just, never mind. But I said, no, in this instance, in this single instance, in these two single instances, Flacco did good this time. Shout out to Flacco. I ain't got my soundboard ready like I'm supposed to. Hold on. See, that's why I need to leave shit alone. Shout out to Flacco. Flacco, you did good this time. We gonna walk it forward. In any other capacity, we would not be reacting to Flacco's content unless we was bleeding him. Oh, no, we already did that. But in this case, like I say, Flacco did a great job. He
This text message.
He covered some. He did a good job of this time. But let's go.
This is right here that I received from.
This is LA. And you know they're gonna put extras on it. LA 60 Crip threatens to me after I discovered his nasty secrets.
From a rolling 60 Crip threatening to bury me actually led me down a really deep rabbit hole that ultimately led to me uncovering more secrets about this dude. So this rolling 60 Crip reject is apparently threatening and attacking me now because I decided to remove a video from my channel after I discovered his nasty secret. I usually don't highlight the channel of bad people, but in this situation, we have to alert you guys of who this guy is because he's a danger to women and children. And I feel like we have to put him on notice so people know who I'm talking about.
Look, Flacco, for the longest time, Flacco was like, no, don't say his name. Don't say his name. He's a fucking nobody. He's a nobody. He's a mook. He's a nobody. But look, I applaud the concerted effort the shift to say, nah, we need to make sure your name is known now. Yeah, man, motherfucker gotta stop playing on it. Yeah.
In this video. Now, he's not a danger because he's a tough guy or anything. No, like he's harmless to any male out there. Any adult male out there, he's harmless. Right? He's sweet, he's soft, he's not a tough guy at all. Right? He wants to be a rolling 60 Crip. They don't want to claim him. Right? He can't tell you when he got.
As this, and like I say, man, I don't see. I want to let y'all in on a little secret, but I don't want to get myself counsels. But I'm just gonna say this. As we go through this shit, man, look at this dude, man. We gotta wait till we get there so I can point it out again.
Got put on who he got.
When we get there, man, everything about this, man. If like I said at first, I gave him a lot of grace. I ain't looked past it, but now, I'm looking at it from a whole new lens, man. The man, he got a lisp. He got a gay head shape. He got gay mannerisms. And like I say, this may be the wrong terms. I should be saying, maybe I should be correct that. He has an effeminate lisp, an effeminate mannerisms. He's got an effeminate head shape. We're going to get there first.
He got put on by where he got put. He is an absolute reject. But when I discovered his nasty little secret yesterday, I refused to co-sign anything he says, and I pulled down a video that I did reacting.
Hey, one time, though, Flacco's, that's disgusting.
To him exposing somebody else named Drea the Virgo. And pulling down the video was actually a blessing because I actually got a call from Drea the Virgo.
I even told Neen, hey, I paid your cousin $150 per her quote. I didn't haggle the price. Your number's your number. Your number's your number. Your number.
Notice, y'all remember just a second ago, he was talking about Pun, calling Pun 50 years old and shit. Pun is old. We're not going to say Pun not old. We wouldn't do that. But he ain't got no face full of grays. And you do. And so for the sake of your video and the aesthetics, Your goof ass sat up there and dyed your shit black so that you could call Pun old. Can't make this shit up.
Number's your number. So let's do the timeline. I lose my page because of the monetization. All right, cool. Cool. You feel me? Cool. I lose my monetization. She hit me. Trap, it's the best time for you to come work with me. Whoa. How much your fee? $150. Boom. I shoot it immediately. I shoot it. She make every excuse on why she can't get my page back monetized.
First of all, didn't nobody tell you they was gonna get your? You can't get your page back after you've been demonetized. There's a window that you have to wait. That's known. Ain't nobody told you anything other than that. Now, if your brain thinks faster than it's processing, and you assume that hiring her or bringing her on your team, that she would resolve issues that she never stated that she could resolve, that's on your own logic. And that happens, especially with motherfuckers like this who are what's the term for it? Extreme impulsive. People that are extra impulsive or like how we see them, they think faster than they talking, or they talk faster than I said it right. They think faster than they processing shit. So they may be trying to get something out, and they may be having a conversation, and you're saying one thing, but because their brain is moving so fast and not processing things, they're assessing what you're saying as something entirely different. Ain't nobody never told you that they was gonna get you. You got demonetized, and they was gonna get that reversed for you outside of a window that can't be unchanged. So that's a blatant lie that you telling on that lady, on that woman, and that ain't cool.
Every excuse.
I jumped the gun a little bit. I seen this video and reacted to it because it's my job to react to things on YouTube, where he's describing this person who's charging people to get back their monetization. I said, well, that's a scam. That's not possible.
Now, this is where we got to get you, Flacco. You're not going to sit here and lie and say that's the point where you said, oh, Drea must be a liar and all this. That's not how that worked out, dog. You lying. You was attacking her because some of her clients were getting at you. So and this ain't nothing to be, this ain't no secret. Y'all even talked about it when y'all met, when Trapper was on No Jumper, and y'all talked about this. You talked about how Drea she's got a team out to get you and all this other bullshit. So for you to sit up here and look at it, like I say, I'm not biased. You did good on this one, Flacco, but you look stupid than a motherfucker on that screen right now. You look crazy, but that ain't what this is about. But I'm just gonna say this: this is that how motherfuckers revision history. We know that wasn't we know that that's not why you don't fuck with Drea. You know that because the people around her, not the people around her, her clients, not all of them, a few of her clients on their own fruition, their own regard, was getting at you. And that's it, that's all. And because of that, you said, nah, fuck her, fuck them. I'm going to call Neem. I'm going to make up accusations and allegations that's not true about Neem. I'm going to do the same for, at the time, I thought that's what you was doing for Rich Trapper. Same with ODM, same with everybody that you was talking about during that time. No, I'm not going to do it. All right. So to sit up here and lie and say that that's it, which is what you about to do, how ugly you look right now, that's how ugly that lie sounds.
And I called Dre the Virgo scammer, not knowing that this entire video he made with his quote-unquote receipts and proof, it was all doctored, it was all fake. He was lying about everything. So I removed the video. And I was going to leave it there. And then he decided he was going to threaten me because I decided I'm going to delete a video off of my page because you were untrustworthy. You see, he lied on Dre the Virgo.
I'm sorry, y'all. We supposed to have this shit at 1.5.
Virgo is not a scammer. Dre the Virgo never told him, hey, I will get back your monetization within a week. No. So when he paid Dre the Virgo $150, that was for, bro, you got nothing to lose right now. You need someone to help you on YouTube, to manage your YouTube channel, because you don't know what you're doing. So she took over, and one of the things...
And that makes a lot of sense, because I remember that time period when that was happening. And like I say, at that point, I wasn't doing nothing on YouTube. I wasn't making... I was just watching it, but I had an eye for certain shit. I don't even want to say I had an eye for certain, but certain shit would stand out to me. On when it comes to different channels, when I'm looking at shit, I was seeing shit not all the way through a consumer lens, but I was kind of looking at shit through a different lens. I remember that time, and what motherfuckers is referring to is the way that you would do, the way he was doing his content. He had like this long ass 4-minute intro, and his ego and his pride wouldn't allow him to change the shit, even though all his viewers was telling him, hey, we don't want to see that shit. Cut that shit out. The dumb motherfucker. So foolish pride got you had him messing up his analytics, because motherfucker, they gonna skip past that, and now that's guaranteed 5 minutes out your video that didn't get watched, and you want a motherfucker to watch is the more of your video that the motherfucker watches, the better it is for you. So instead of taking the motherfucker insight that even your comments, the people in your chat is telling you, hey, you need to cut that out, don't do this or don't do that, motherfucker come back and say, don't tell me what to do on my channel. This is my channel. If you don't want to watch it, you ain't gotta watch all that shit. But I got $50 for 1,000 for the once I hit 1,000 subscribers. Just things that that makes sense, but that don't make no sense. And so, yeah, motherfucker, you paid somebody to tell you what your chat was already telling you. But not just that, more things than that. But you paid the motherfucker your chat was already telling you a lot of the shit that you was doing wasn't good for your SEO, wasn't good for what you had going on. Yeah. I'm off on a tangent. Let's get back on it.
What she did with that $150, she bought him his domain, and she created a website for him, again, from her own hands, from scratch, for him to be able to monetize in other ways, such as his merch line and sell other things, since he was no longer monetized on YouTube. Right? Now, after the appeal was rejected, she went through all of his videos, deleted the... Again, this is time. It takes hours, people. She went through all of his videos, deleted the videos that she believes would trigger YouTube guidelines, and after 90 days, he was able to get back his monetization because of Dre the Virgo. And she did other things for him, such as editing, posting, clipping. He was so happy with the services that he gave her another $150, and then another $50.
Yeah, it's an interesting timeline, but makes sense.
$50.
Wait. Okay.
He was not unhappy with the service at all. He only began to attack Dre the Virgo once he began to shoot his shot, text her suggestive things, trying to flirt with her, and she would shut it down. So then he created this imaginary tale that she was talking to Wack 100 and that she betrayed other people, even though not...
Y'all remember this. Hold on.
Knowing what her and Wack 100 talked about, or even having confirmation that she talked to Wack 100. This is him attempting to victimize yet another innocent woman because she rejected his...
I remember this shit. Probably like, man, a few months ago, Trap was on his shit, and he was like, I seen some shit about Neem them. Y'all in cahoots with No Jumper. I don't know, but it could be fake, but it looked true. I remember that then, and I was like, huh? Something ain't right about that. Like it just felt disingenuous. It didn't feel it didn't feel authentic when he initially said the shit, and it never did. But I remember that, and now I see, fast forward time come forward, that it did reveal it's beginning to reveal itself. It maybe hasn't fully been revealed, but it's revealed itself in a lot of ways.
His advances, and she refused to allow him to control her life. So he's going out of his way to tell lies on her for no reason. See, when I talked to Drea, again, I was pretty hard on Drea. I demanded a lot of evidence and a lot of proof. I asked her to provide certain things, and she provided everything I asked for. She provided her credentials. She actually went to school for this. She's actually certified in SEO. Dre the Virgo also have a lot of successful clients. She has a lot of big YouTubers under her that she had a hand in their success. The track record is there. everything on her end checks out. He's the scammer. And because I believe in Drea Virgo, I believe in her services, I'm putting up $1,500 of my own money. Drea don't know this yet, but I want to pay for 3 of my subscribers. If you're watching this video, the first 3 people to DM Drea Virgo and meet her requirement to be one of her clients, I will pay $1,500 for your first month of your service. So $500 for each person, right, will go into Drea pockets because I feel responsible for even spreading or helping victimize her by believing anything this nasty creature had to say. So
shout out to Flacco for that, man. That's I salute that. I applaud that. We don't often see Flacco do no real nigga shit. You better believe I done submitted my motherfucking app. Oh, wait a minute. You better believe I submitted my motherfucking application. Drea, fuck with me.
So if you have a YouTube channel or you want to grow on YouTube and you want to be under Drea's clientele,
nah, I'm bullshit.
DM her
I
at
cannot
Drea
be
the Virgo
subscribed to
on
this
Instagram.
fool.
DreaThVirgo, the Virgo on Instagram. Tell her you want to be a client. Tell her that Flacco sent you, and I will cover all the expenses for your first month up to $500. I'll do it for 3 person, $1,500. Because I truly believe Drea the Virgo is changing lives, and I think she can change your life too. And for all my YouTubers out there who is monetized, is making money, and you just want to go to the next level, DM her as well. I don't think she would charge you. I feel like there will probably be some type of partnership or agreement here where, some type of percentage coming out, but it's worth it. She does great work and she has a lot of successful people under her. What he tried to do to Drea the Virgo isn't new. He tries to victimize every woman in his life. But Drea the Virgo had a strong support system that wouldn't let it happen. See, what he did to Drea isn't new because he has done it to other women in his past, such as the woman on my screen called Araya. See, Araya is actually Rich Trapper's baby mama. And she...
God damn, that girl got a forehead on her. But shout out to you, girl.
He exposed him for being a monster. When he can't mentally victimize you, he goes to trying to be physical. And he was physical, and he tormented Araya for years until she had enough and decided to leave. And when she left, she documented everything she went through at the hands of Rich Trapper. And it's sick. On November 3rd, 2018, Rich Trapper was arrested for family aggravated assault, family violence. This isn't a domestic violence situation where they just come and there's some type of bruises. No. Felony aggravated assault. Rich Trapper beat up a woman so bad that she was unrecognizable. Face this. All
right, we're going to put a pin right there because that's the pretext we need. We don't got to watch all this. Now let's go look at the receipts my boy brought since posting it.
Put your hands on me and don't you do it? Send it. Send it. I'm sorry I lied about you putting your hands on me. You have to go to jail for my lies. Make it crystal clear.
He's definitely a crash out, and he definitely puts his hands on women.
Wait, Daryl, is this you saying you're signed to Atlantic, lying about having a Nipsey Hussle feature to scam people out their services? This can't be you, right? This Rolling 60 Crip went from threatening me to snitching on me after I exposed his dirty laundry in a masterpiece of a video that I dropped yesterday. But here's the thing. He was already terrified and scared of what I know. That's why he's snitching on me, calling YouTube on me, making reports on me.
Flacco, can't nobody snitch on you. Now look, I'm not here to get on your helmet. It's not what I'm here for. But what we're not gonna do, we're not. Fuck, man, I ain't paused the screen on this motherfucker yet. He ain't look crazy. Shout out to Flacco. Don't do that though, Flacco. We gonna get through this video so I can send these people all back to their regular lives. Come on.
But that only made me dig deeper. And what I found as I dig deeper is even worse. In our last video.
Now I'm gonna say this. This video right here, I ain't gonna lie. I seen this, and this was the one that made me say, yeah, I can't, the benefit of the doubt is out. No more of that. Let's go. This was the point I said, yeah, no. This ain't just about you being having homosexual allegations and being corny or being, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about that no more. I can look past that because you're not my friend and that's what I deal with in my real life anyway. So I can get over that. You using, your propensity for violence towards women is entirely unacceptable. And this is coming from someone who has participated in different capacities of lifestyles, if you will. No, ain't none of that shit that he talking about, but Rims, the shit you doing, or the shit that you did is inexcusable, unacceptable. It's worthy of life-changing repercussions. And when I say life-changing, I mean to the grandest dynamic of that, if you get what I'm saying. So that couldn't be my family member. That couldn't be a relative of mine. And if I recall, I want to say that's 600's cousin or something like that. 600, the one that's been working with Whack 100 to take down Big U, all that. But that's his kinfolks that he did that to. Ain't no motherfucking way. Ain't no motherfucking way.
Video, I exposed how this Rolling 60 Crip reject, who ain't never did nothing tough in his life, was beating on his baby mama, choking her unconscious, doing things that no man should ever do to a woman. And he was so terrified of the truth coming out and people being well aware of who he is now that he reported my video and got it taken down temporarily. So he tries to take down the content, tries to get me a community guideline strike. But listen, I follow all the rules. I am an upstanding citizen on YouTube. So YouTube tells me, Flacco, we know you don't break the rules.
Yeah, Flacco. Real quick tangent. I'm gonna give y'all some game that I don't even know how to fully I get it, but I don't. The way I am, I can't fully apply it in a freestyle mode. I'd have to change the whole way I do this shit. Flacco got a high CPM. That means what he gets paid per click is a lot higher than what most motherfuckers get. And I'm saying that to say YouTube fucks with him. He reach out to them and they gonna reach and they gonna follow up with him. He is YouTube appreciates him. He's not somebody that well, don't get me wrong, it's somebody that can go out on all that shit. But if you got a high CPM, if you put out content that does well and it's not a lot of cussing and shit in it like that, and it's not getting reported as like hate or any of that type of stuff like that, then you're gonna get a little more support with YouTube when in these types of instances, more so than people who don't have that same aspect to their channel.
Rules. We know you don't break the laws. You're one of our most upstanding citizens on this app. We know you ain't do nothing wrong. So YouTube said, listen, okay, he's complaining, he's filing reports.
Don't get me wrong, it's been a long time since he made fun of that boy getting shot in the head. All that is, but at least for the last 5 years, Flacco has been he's conducted himself on YouTube in a way that YouTube would advocate for him. Is all I'm saying.
That you quote unquote use one of his numbers in the video that he claims is not his number, by the way. Bruh, just take it down, please. Or no. You don't gotta take it down, Flacco. Just edit the video out and we'll reinstate the video. And that's exactly what happened. I edited out the parts that he reported and YouTube reinstated my video. Before we get into my new discoveries that apparently he's deadly terrified of coming out as well.
Oh shit. There was a part I skipped in this one that we need to see. About a year ago, our choked. So this is the report. We're not looking for the reports. That ain't what we. I want to see them. It was some text messages. Oh, he had to take it out. Flacco had to take. Damn, I should have screen saved. Well, shit, I'd have been the same boat. But they took it out. But in the original video, Flacco exposed how Rich Trapper was using a text number to get at him or Dre or Neem or ODM or everybody, whoever the fuck it is. I'll probably get in a text from that motherfucker soon. But I'm gonna give you a location that we can get to, and we're gonna leave it like that. Yeah.
let's just do a quick recap on exactly what we discussed in our last video, just so you guys know how much of a monster this nasty, dirty, rolling 60 Crip reject is. He was arrested in November of 2018 for a felony aggravated assault against his girlfriend. He whooped her, he beat on her until she wasn't recognizable, disfigured her face. The mother of his kids, Araya Sanders, filed a family protective order against Rich Rapper. She left the relationship, according to her, because he would choke her until she was unconscious on multiple occasions. He beat her throughout the relationship. And once she says, hey, I'm done with this, I don't want to be with you anymore because I want to live, because you can't control yourself, he then began to stalk her, send her threatening messages when she tried to get away. He is a classic predator. This man is a despicable, horrible human being who needs to be exposed. The world needs to know who this guy is. He shouldn't be dating anyone. He shouldn't be preaching, giving commentary, giving analysis to anybody.
All right, Flacco, goddamn.
He was me advice, telling me, hey, he was texting me from text app numbers, pretending to be a fan of mine, who was giving me advice, telling me, hey, yo, leave Rich Rapper alone.
All right, so shit, Flacco. Just go. I'll read this for y'all. We're gonna skip through this. So Rich Trapper was texting him, I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I got a lot of love for you, but you made a huge mistake today. What? I'd advise you not only to squash, not only squash, you make peace with Rich Trapper. What the? Yo, this is some wild shit to text to somebody else, and you want them to think that that's not you texting them that. Let's start from the beginning. We're going to read this straight through. I'm not going to lie to you, brother. I got a lot of love for you, but you made a huge mistake today. What? You talk about the villain. I'd advise you not only squash, you make peace with Rich Trapper. Demon Time took down every live he ever did, giving out his personal information because he got on his bullshit. Rich Trapper could easily sue and file criminal charges for child endangerment by giving known addresses to properties where children reside. You not only wrapped up the company in a potential slander case because he makes it clear he's fighting for full custody, hence the protection order filed against him by his son's mom that's been thrown out for reasons of malice. But your biggest mistake is when you aligned yourself to Demon Time live on camera, now making you eligible for conspiracy against children case. What the fuck? Eligible for a conspiracy against children case, all the while leave the company to deal with a possible slander. I got love for you, bro, but I know how you can be. This ain't for content. You should take this extremely seriously, especially the way you're talking. If he decides to move on this, it's going to hurt you tremendously. I don't think you really understand. Wake me up when we get there. First, how you get my number? Who the fuck is this texting me? How the what? Dog. Could you imagine a motherfucker sending you some shit like this, and then you go back around them, and they gotta act like they didn't send you this shit. Shit. Hey, get.
Hey man, Flacco, don't do that. Whenever he finds out that life miserable.
Last warning. It's not a last warning. Do it again, and you'll lose the little bitch you have left. Watch your fucking mouth, bitch. Try me, I'll make your life miserable. Oh shit! This is what he was texting that girl. This is not what he was texting him.
Protective order paperwork and seen that he was texting his baby mama threats from that same number. He tells her, last warning, do it again and you will lose the little bit you have left. Watch your effing mouth, bitch. Try me, I'll make your life miserable. Like, come on, man. He's just stalking that woman for no reason. And then once he finds out that I know is not a fan and is actually him, he then texts me threatening to bury me and to...
All right, keep sending me messages, David. I'm going to use you to bury you. Oh, what? I'm going to use you to bury that bitch the same way I'm about to bury you next. Your book picture is coming soon. I'll be tapping you on the shoulder a lot sooner than you think. It's always better in real life than on the internet anyways. Keep playing. I dropped that CPN number you scamming under. Oh my God, dog. This is a insane person right here. So you got the CPN number, but the police ain't.
Bury his baby mama. Like, what does that mean?
And that ain't why I said he was insane. I'm saying, like, collectively, just the last 2 minutes, what we've been talking about, is indicative of a motherfucker that's out of his fucking mind.
You're gonna kill me and kill her too for exposing you? because you are a nasty human being. Now, being nasty and being a monster is bad enough. But being a monster and thinking you're smarter than everybody else and thinking you can manipulate everybody else is even worse. So Rich Trapper makes a video responding back to me, responding back to the allegations, responding back to me showing the arrest record, the conviction, me showing the family protection order that was granted, the testimony from his baby mama. He responded back, and his rebuttal to all this evidence that he brutalized and victimized women, that he beats women, that he's a terrible human being, he stalks women. His rebuttal to all of this was him trying to manipulate the public thinking y'all are stupid, as well as getting help from ChatGPT.
So now we have these things where Pathetic Fatso says, my kid's mom, Aria, shout out to Aria, that's not how you say her name, but Aria works.
Aria, shouts out to Aria. Your male relatives failed you, Aria, and I hate that for you. Let's go.
Aria works for context. Rich Trapper has a protective order against her for beating her until she's unrecognizable, but I got full custody of my kids. So if I got full custody of the kids, let's do a timeline here. If I whooped her before I got full custody, she would go to court battered and bloody and beaten and shown he's a monster.
Hey, I'm glad. I hope everybody here watches Mop Talks or learns from Mop Talks, because we teach about this type of shit. What he's doing right, what this is logical fallacy. He's using fallacious rhetoric to, in this situation, he's gonna say, well, because, hold on, let's back it up and we're gonna break it down clearly. What'd he say?
Before I got full custody, I got full custody.
How did I beat my, how did I beat my baby mother if I have full custody of my kids? That makes no sense. But if you say it fast enough, quick enough, and keep talking, a motherfucker can, you know what I mean? You can slip that in, but it makes absolutely no fucking sense. That's a conflation. It doesn't mean that it doesn't mean that she didn't do something she wasn't supposed to be doing. It doesn't mean that you gained custody out or after or because of this situation. Like, nothing about how you put those 2 points together makes any sense. And I'm saying that because when people do those type of things, you can almost just count them out. Because why would you use that baseless, incoherent bullshit to try to make a point? Because I'm saying that because if you didn't do what the fuck is said that's happened, you would have a much better way, a clearer path of articulating that outside of saying, well, if I got custody of my kids, how did I beat her? No. If what she's saying is a lie and all that shit ain't true, the case should have been dropped. There will be indicators in that, like there's specific indicators that you could rely on to say, no, I didn't beat that woman. And it wouldn't be because, oh, I got custody of my kids now, because them kids is older. Them ain't no little bitty kids. Like I say, this ain't about the kids. This ain't about the children. It's about you beat that woman ass and torturing that one. Now, not torture. What's the term? Holding her psychologically hostage. You tell the motherfucker, well, we're going to get there. We're going to talk about it once we do get there.
Custody of the kids, let's do a timeline here. If I whooped her before I got full custody, she would go to court battered and bloody and beaten and shown he's a monster. He's a monster. And then I wouldn't have full custody of my kids, all of them. Or if it happened before, then she would say, here's the proof. He's a monster. And then I never would have gotten full custody. So I don't know anybody who's cold enough. If my lawyer or I'm ever cold enough to whoop a mother beyond recognition and still end up and continue to have full custody.
So you wouldn't have been locked up if you didn't beat that woman. Let me pull it back. If the report says you beat that woman really badly, visibly badly, you gonna go to jail. They're gonna lock you up. The report, here's what I'm saying. If what they're saying is a lie, then how you wind up in jail for it? Because the report says you beat the dog shit out of her. You beat her unrecognizable. You fucked her up. And if that wasn't if that didn't line up with how she looked when they got there, then you never would have went to jail. You never would have got the charges. Who do we think? That's the like I say, man. I thought I was wrong. I wasn't wrong. I just gave motherfucker the benefit of the doubt, and now we're certain this motherfucker ain't right because what you're saying don't make no sense, son.
Bad for the mucker. Trap GPT, are you there?
Absolutely. I'm here and ready to roll. What can I do for you, Rich Trap?
If a person whooped out their baby mama beyond recognition, if a man severely beat his child's mother beyond recognition, before or after a custody case, would he have full custody of the child?
In a scenario like that, it's pretty likely that the person who committed that kind of violence would not end up with full custody. Courts really prioritize this.
There are a lot of circumstances. This is what I'm saying. There's a leap. The absence of information. He's playing on the absence of information. So there's a leap you have to take. We know that you were charged for beating this woman. And we know that you have custody of your kids. Some kind of way, there's the leap, the jump is being set right there to where it don't make no sense. It only makes sense to a motherfucker that's trying to absolve themselves of guilt or to prove themselves innocent. To anybody on the outside, for anybody with a critical mind that can listen and hear this shit or just look at the facts. No, sir. No, sir. And the fact that you're using that as the premise for why it's impossible that you would have custody only underscores the probability that you really did do that shit. Not that it's about probability or no shit, because as we gonna see, there's evidence. So you get on here, you talk to Chat GPT or Trap GPT as you call it. You should call it Trap GPS, because that's what you're into. But I'll say this, bro, I can't even use Chat GPT like that, because after about 3 or 4 prompts, the motherfucker saying some dumb shit that I gotta correct. I'm like, nigga, you don't know what you're talking about, and I gotta tell him how you wrong, and the motherfucker like, yeah, you right, and it's a malleable, very. It's not a barometer of truth. Chat GPT will support your viewpoint. That's what the whole Mop Talks was about. Not about Chat GPT, but it plays into that. If you don't prompt that motherfucker correctly, it will absolutely confirm your pre-existing biases. It will strengthen the constraints of your echo chamber. And this is what we're seeing right now. You're sitting up here asking, but you're not giving it all the information. Like I say, and I don't want to put nothing on this woman. This woman may have financially not been in a position to take care of the children, and it was in her. We don't know, and we're not gonna sit here and assume. But I just want to make sure that it's clear that we don't know. So for a motherfucker to use that to conflate or push the idea that, oh, because I have custody of my kids, I couldn't have beaten her like this. Let's go. I want to finish this.
Safety and well-being of the child, and any kind of severe violence, especially toward the other parent, would be a huge red flag.
Rich Trapper is not a smart.
And with that, anybody that sit up there and like, he was real happy to hear you agree. Chat GPT is designed to assist you in, hey, you better cross-reference. If you're going to be using Chat GPT, you need to cross-reference it. You need to really take it to task when you're using it. to make sure you're not getting the wrong information, to make sure that it's not sending you up shit's creek, because it absolutely will. I'm letting you know now. You out here thinking it would literally give you a whole philosophy and ideology that only makes sense in the conversation that you're having with it. And once you try to apply that shit outside of it, you realize how stupid and how marginalized the thinking was of that model that you used when it was basically feeding your biases, feeding your confirmation biases. So when you ask a motherfucker, is it this or is it that, it's gonna tell you yeah. And if you tell if it's this, is that, and it tells you no, and you say, well, what about this? It'll say, oh, you're right. So yeah, I was wrong. It's very malleable. So stop relying on ChatGPT as a barometer of absolute truth, especially if you don't know how to prompt properly, if you don't know how to set it up to be direct and concise. It's designed to basically, like I say, strengthen the walls of your echo chamber. Don't fall for these traps, y'all.
Smart guy. He thinks he is, but he's not a smart guy. And because he's not a smart guy and he lies a lot and tries to manipulate, it often gets him in trouble because he's not savvy or slick enough to pull it off. Okay? So first off, you don't respond back to the arrest report. You don't respond back to the family protection order that was granted. You don't respond back to anything. You use ChatGPT. But let's address his claims, okay? You see, he thinks he's slick. He says, I got custody of my kids. So how can I do this if the court granted me full custody of my kids?
Oh, damn. See, I saw, like I said, keyboard warrior. I saw the clip of the video of the important part. So I didn't see that Flacco basically about to explain just what I just went through. Let's go.
Rich Trapper and Aria has one child. They have a son together. Follow along. I promise it all makes sense in 30 seconds. And you'll realize how he tried to manipulate you. So Rich Trapper would show footage of him at the kids' football game or football practice in LA as proof that he has custody of the kids. So yeah, right? Like here's the kids, right? Now, the people he shows are his twins. His twins are with him. They're playing football. He has full custody of his twins. In this court document here, Rich Trapper tells his twins, you're never going to see your stepmom again because you were laying up with another man.
All right, call P while he was. I'm going to. If you don't let me see my son, I'm going to you. R called P while he was taking their son and P's other two children to school. R called P and began to yell to the point at which the children in the car could hear. R threatened P by saying, "Twins, you're never going to see your stepmom again because she was laying up with another man." And that does sound like some shit. That sounds like you. If you pick up your son, I'm going to beat you in front of the school. Later that day, R kept calling P about their child's school and then threatened to beat up P's father. Jesus. Hey, man, we don't got them kind of problems in my family. Ain't none of that shit going on.
She's referring to Araya as the stepmom of the twins. Araya is the stepmom. Those are not her kids. So why would she get custody of those kids? Those are your kids. Like, those are not her kids. You would get custody. But he tries to manipulate the situation, tries to word it as if him getting custody of the kids that don't belong to her is proof that he didn't whoop on her or the protective order is not valid. That's not true. It's a lie. The twins are not her kids. You getting custody of the twins from another relationship has no bearing on the protective order between you and Araya. And as a matter of fact...
Now, let me slip this in, because like I say, over here, we want to be factually correct. Even if we not fucking with somebody, we don't want to spread misinformation or lies. Or, like I say, you could tell a lie on here, but I want to make sure that I ain't standing next to it. But I'm only saying that to say, if I recall correctly, I do believe Rich Trapper had the twins and the little one with him when he was doing content down there in Atlanta. I'm just gonna say that. Like I said, if my memory serves me correct, that's the little one that he kept that would always talk sweet to and tell him and kiss him in the mouth on camera. And I'm not saying that to say that he's doing anything sexual to his kid children or shit like that. I'm just suggesting that he makes it acceptable or seem normal to his youngest child to kiss men, especially your father, in the mouth. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that he's doing anything with his kids or his grooming or anything like that. I don't think that. But if I recall right, that youngest one that they're talking about was in Atlanta with him.
Fact, I pulled additional paperwork, and I discovered that Rich Trapper filed to get this dismissed. He filed to get the protective order overturned, but it was denied. So this peon puts in a request to have it thrown out, as if it wasn't true, as if he didn't choke out that woman, right? But it was denied. And here's...
All right, I got this. Ms. Hill's motion to set aside a 12-month family violence order came... Mr. Hill's came before the court on October 15th, 2024. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, this is some shit going on down. I apologize, y'all. That's not 600's kinfolks. That's not 600's kinfolks. I said that earlier. That seems like now we're finding out that is inaccurate information. That's not true. From what I'm seeing, it sounds like this is his latest baby mother. But anyways, Sanders appeared with counsel. Mr. Hill, the moving party in this matter, did not appear. As such, Mr. Hill's motion is denied for... Mr. Hill's motion is denied for want of prosecution. Ms. Sanders incurred attorney's fees in preparing for and appearing at the motion hearing. Mr. Hill unnecessarily expanded the proceedings by bringing a motion and failing to appear for the associated hearing. As such, the court orders that Mr. Hill pays Ms. Sanders attorney fees in the amount of $600 pursuant to OCGA. Mr. Hill shall pay Ms. Sanders directly via electronic transfer such as Zelle, Cash App, or Venmo within 10 days of this order. A compliance hearing may be scheduled to address the compliance with this order, and if Mr. Hill is found not to be in compliance, he may face contempt powers of this court. Basically what that means is you done wasted our fucking time trying to dismiss this shit that actually does stand, and because of that, and you didn't even show up, you got to pay her attorney fees. You got 10 days to do it, and if you don't do it, we're going to reconvene in this court for a compliance hearing, and we're going to discuss whether what needs to happen. And at minimum, it'll be a contempt of court. That's what we got. That's what we just read, y'all.
That's what happened, okay? So Mr. Hill's motion to set aside a 12-month family violence order come before the court on October 15, 2024 via Zoom video conference. Ms. Sanders appeared with her counsel. She came with her lawyers. Mr. Hill, the moving party in this matter, did not appear. As such, Mr. Hill's motion is denied for a want of prosecution. Ms. Sanders incurred attorney fees, and he was forced to pay back the attorney.
Oh, we read that already. We ain't got to listen to it.
As a matter of fact, he's a serial woman beater.
Serial woman beater. Now, like I said, I want to stand on the truth. I don't want to. We'll go. We can let them get there, but I don't want to let a motherfucker double down too hard. I believe he might be that may be true. We don't know, but Flacco can lay it on heavy from time to time, and from time to time, I mean all the time. So we can't let him overdo it on over here too much.
Posters and warnings out there in Atlanta letting women know not to date this dude. He would whoop on you. He should not be on YouTube. He dated a number particular can no longer see you. You're crazy. I know my worth. I'm not gonna just sit around and have you. She broke it off. This was when she said, hey, I can no longer see you. You're crazy. I know my worth. I'm not gonna just sit around and have you put hands on me. I'm moving forward. Unfortunately for her, that incident was caught on camera, or else nobody would believe her. Rich Trapper was dating this beautiful black woman called Keeks. Now, on one incident, Rich Trapper broke into Keeks' crib, tore down the door, punched a hole in the wall, or used an object to create a hole in the wall, and then whooped her once he got into the home. So then she begins to record after she got beat up.
Damn. I take that back. You are a serial woman beater. Gee whiz. Gee whiz.
She begins to secretly record him just to document what's going on. Rich Trapper is now on video telling her, hey, text me. You didn't beat me up. I'm sorry for calling the police.
Now, this is what I saw this morning or last night. This is what I saw And I said, yeah, we, no. I'm on you. I can't. No, hell no.
So Rich Trapper is telling this woman, if you wanted to stop, text me this. Telling her, hey, text me an alibi. Text me something that I could use to manipulate my fans, that I can use to manipulate the police, that I can use to re-victimize you again and make people think that you are a liar.
Now, let me say this. I remember last year Flacco saying, "Are you a woman?" He was saying some shit. And I'm thinking, oh, this motherfucker talking about some old shit. Or I could say that benefit of the doubt. And me knowing that Flacco is a compulsive liar and a narrative shaper, I thought he was stretching the construe. No, that motherfucker really had just caught a new case in fucking Georgia for beating on a woman. Was that khaki pants? Was that tan khaki pants? Or whatever her name was. Who cares?
Put your hands on me. Ain't that what you're doing? Cindy. I'm sorry I lied about you putting your hands on me. You have to go to jail for my lies. Make it crystal clear. I'm doing it.
Sick, y'all. Sick. Let me back it up again.
Ain't that what you're doing? Cindy. I'm sorry I lied about you putting your hands on me. You have to go to jail for my lies. Make it crystal clear. I'm doing it. You know what's up? I came home. We got dinner reservations. I got a tattoo appointment. We got all that shit. And because you want to, am I not bring up Rachel? My nigga? You brought up Rachel, right or wrong? And then when I use her as a joke and show homies, the lame nigga that you get mad, right? You better send that message back. Cindy. I am. But I want to trip.
Boy, hey, Trap, if you see this and you got any problem with what I'm saying right now, hit me in the back channel. I promise I'll get with you. I promise you I'll get with you. Just hit me in the back channel. We ain't gonna put on this camera. We ain't gonna put on nothing. This shit is disgusting. Despicable. This is disgusting work, y'all. This shit make this, like I say, I'm not, bro, this is disgusting, bro. Trap, if you got any problem with what I'm saying right now, please DM me.
What type of man witnessed that level of fear in a woman they claim they love, but yet continue to berate her? And people gaslighter. This dude is a manipulator and a gaslighter. She finds out he's cheating. She brings up the woman he's cheating with, and he turned it around to whooping on her. This is sick, man. This dude is sick, bro. Now, if you guys want more, if you guys want to hear from the victim herself, well, let her explain how her relationship with Rich Trapper, a.k.a. Daryl Hill, went.
Yes, Daryl is a crash out. I can confirm that he's definitely a crash out, and he definitely puts his hands on women. The time that I was with him, there was numerous incidents that he put his hands on me. Once, snapping my neck. He would punch me, closed fists, slap me around. He left me on my kitchen floor bleeding out. When my neighbor called the cops, he would tell me to hide in the bathroom, threw a steak knife at me, dragged me through concrete, beat me up in T.I. studio. T.I. was there, which is...
Nah, I ain't too sure about that part. And I'm talking about the T.I. part, the getting beat up at T.I. studio. That feels like a play, like she's setting up litigation to. That could be a play, a disgusting play to target T.I. You know, I'm not sure about that part, and I'm just gonna put that out there because that's being said on my platform. I want to clarify. I'm not too sure about him assaulting her at in T.I.'s studio. That seems like a legal claim for responsibility.
Fucking embarrassing. I mean, the list goes on. When I was pregnant, he beat me to the point of miscarriage. He's a crash out, and I really don't understand why anyone fucks with him. It's not my business. Like, God sort him out, but that's just been my experience with the nigga. So I wouldn't recommend any girl to date him. I tried to warn his last baby mama, and she thought it was like out of spite or jealousy. Like, I was trying to save you, girl. Now look at you.
Cully.
Same thing. Got beat up and down the block.
I appreciate that, bro.
That's about it. That's all I have to say.
Oh, this is just despicable, man. You're just a nasty human being, Trapper. Why can't you keep your hands to yourself, man? Now, I wonder what type of chat GPT prompt you're going to use to get yourself out of this time. I also did my research and discovered that Rich Trapper, a.k.a. Daryl Hill, was using Nipsey Hussle to scam people in Atlanta. Back in 2018, Rich Trapper...
Man, shout out to you, bro. That's my first super chat. Shout out to Chris Cully. I appreciate you, bro.
Began to tell everyone he ran across who did music in Atlanta that he just got signed to Atlantic. He was telling people that he just signed a deal with Atlantic. You see, right here. So he texts his friend and he says, we just got the deal with Atlantic. And watch how he sells dreams. But this is more sinister than you think, okay? The friend says, congratulations, my boy. Proud of you, homie. Who is we? You and your brother? He says, Ninja, the team, you included. We just got signed. I'm taking you up with me. Now it's time to work.
What the fuck? Oh, what the fuck? We just got the deal with Atlantic. Nigga, the team. Hold on fucking paper. Oh, wait, man. I didn't know. I signed, but I'm not fucking their people, so there is no advance. On paper, I signed, but I'm not fucking no, just no knows. Not even my brother. Just you, literally. That must be your boyfriend.
And he says, oh, I didn't. We just you, homie. Who is we? You and your brother? So he texts his friend and he says, we just got to deal with Atlantic. And watch how he sells dreams. But this is more sinister than you think, okay? The friend says, congratulations, my boy. Proud of you, homie. Who is we? You and your brother? He says, Ninja, the team, you included. We just got
that's Jumbie.
I'm taking you up with
Jumbie, I appreciate you, bro. Jumbie, I just put 2 and 2 together. I appreciate that a lot, bro.
Now it's time to work. And he says, oh, I didn't know. No one really says ish to me. He says, on paper, I signed, but I'm not effing with their people, so there's no advance. He then tells the friend, who, by the way, is well-connected, right? He tells the friend, listen, I got a songwriter deal, and I took the songwriter deal as a compromise to them trying to put me in a 360 artist deal. Don't worry about you giving me any money. I just want your plugs and support. A person he's telling his lie to is a man by the name of OG Hugs, who goes by the president of Atlanta. He's well tapped in. This is a man who you got to pay for his services. Like you don't just get it for free. But Rich Rapper roped him saying, hey, listen, you part of the team. You don't got to put nothing in. Just give me your plugs and resources. And the
boy, that's shout out to 2G. There's an old saying, man. The only kind of game is good game. And that's good game. I can't lie to you. Well, it's good game. Game gets better, but that was smooth, Trap. I see what you tried to do there, but you can't pull no shit like that on the people. Like what they say, right playing wrong, man.
The people, OG Hug will convince the dude work for Rich Trapper for free. It was, yo, on the love, the homie just signed to Atlantic. He's about to blow up. Atlantic gonna take care of us on the back end. Okay? So let's do the services, do the promotion, get the homie lit, support the homie, and we're gonna be taken care of on the back end. He ain't know. Rich Trapper ain't never been signed to Atlantic. He ain't never took a meeting with Atlantic. Atlantic don't know who he is. Rich Trapper ain't never sold a CD. But the pathological lying continues. He then begins to tell people, yo, Nipsey Hussle is featuring me on a record. Me and Nipsey Hussle just got a song out there. We just made a song together. Here's the audio. Check it out. We going up. Atlantic said, this my single. We about to push this. This the single. We about to go up. It's getting people around him excited. Whoa. He got a single with Nipsey Hussle. Atlantic about to push it. Oh, we going.
Look. You family. So $300 a month is cool. My boy and I already gave you a deal. See, I'm guessing. I don't think he thought it was gonna. I didn't think he thought it was gonna be 300. He thought it was gonna be a lot less than that. Nah, bro.
Oh, we got your back. Oh, we going up, homie. He's just lying to everybody step by step. He got this dude right here to promote his music. Now he tells the dude, hey, it'll be $500 per month. Now the $500 per month never came, but Atlantic will take care of it on the back end. So the dude is promoting his music for free ski, thinking I'm part of the team, I'm contributing, because when his Nipsey Hussle single gets released and Atlantic starts to push it, we going up.
Hey, who is this person and where do they come into? Because it seems like this is an additional person with discrepancies with Rich Trapper. And he got discrepancies as well. Either Flacco was in communications with dude or dude just sent him the screenshots. Does this guy have a channel? Does he have some content worth engaging?
All right. So here is Rich Rapper texting the dude this song. D Hill featuring, D Hill and Nipsey Hussle, ex-Nipsey Hussle. So dude says that ish is tough. He says that's the intro to apparently an entire album surrounding this.
Come on,
Start
man.
Slapping Love is cool. Rich Rapper says, let me see what the budget is. Let me see what the budget is from Atlantic for this album that's about to go crazy. There is no budget. He was never signed to Atlantic. Atlantic don't know who he is. The lie then evolves to, yo, I just turned in the album. I just turned in the tape. Look here.
Dog, I ain't never seen some shit like that in my life. Do y'all see this shit? Yo. So hold on. Inspired by T.I. That's a that's some slick. It ain't slick at all. That's some crazy, bro. What the fuck you mean? Hold on, y'all. Wait a minute. This isn't featuring T.I. It's inspired by T.I. But I guess if you just look at it fast, motherfucker, be like, yeah, he got T.I. on the project. And I also noticed Faith Nipsey Hussle featuring D Hill. Man, something ain't right. Let's get there.
Here's the track list. Check it out. Y'all the first to see the track list. And the track list says the song is called Faith. Nipsey Hussle featuring D Hill, which is Rich Trapper prior rap name. But Nipsey Hussle never featured. Excuse me.
How can a person, if it's your mixtape, how is it his song featuring you? That don't make no sense, my boy.
Rich Rapper, aka Daryl Hill, they never made a song together at all.
I didn't think
Daryl
so.
Hill went to YouTube, downloaded a song by Nipsey Hussle called Faith, extended the instrumental, and then added himself on as a feature. And then lied to people and said Nipsey Hussle gave him a feature on this song that was dropped 11 years ago.
Look, he ain't even call it a feature. He just put Nipsey Hussle's song on there and featured himself on it. Bro, that brings everything full circle.
So if he was parading this scam in 2019, that would mean that this song dropped in 2014. So it was a 5-year-old song that he pulled off YouTube, put himself on it, and then was lying to people saying he got a song with Nipsey Hussle. Atlantic is going to push this single with Nipsey Hussle as the single for the album. Everybody realized that it was finally a scam and he was lying about everything because once he dropped the album came down faster than it went up. Nipsey Hussle team got it taken down because he obviously had a song that wasn't cleared and didn't belong to him. And they, all right, now I'm going to start. Gang, now I see what you said. I both of them can be plausible, and maybe I'm there's just a little bit of jade in my and why I also take account for the potential sinister aspects of it. But you that makes sense too. I mean, it's not that a motherfucker could have just actually assaulted her up there, but I've seen just in times past I've seen that that pattern happen where a motherfucker you'll tie a situation, you'll tie the responsibility to some shit, you know what I mean, to try to get some. And that's why I say maybe let me pull all that back, and well, I'm not. I said what I said, but I'm not gonna say that she's lying. I'm just saying that I will say that's a part I'm not 100%. What's the word I'm looking for? Convinced. I'm not 100% convinced on that specific part. Everything else, yeah, for sure. He had no business adding himself to. Scamming and scheming people out of their plugs and their support and their resources and their services for free, thinking he got a Nipsey Hussle feature. He's next up. Atlantic is pushing him. This dude is despicable altogether. Truly, 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 bro. And I haven't even tapped the surface of it. I have so much more dirt on this dude that I'm gonna roll it out for the rest of this week. Oh shit. Hey, y'all heard it here first. We gonna be covering Rich Trap. We closed the file. We closed our file on Sid and Ash last week. I mean I dropped a clip from last week's show, but we closed the chapter on that. Ain't nothing else to be done on that. Flacco looks like Rich Trapper definitely deserves the attention that we finna give him. He absolutely deserves it. Ain't no way around it. This was our intro as well. Because, like I say, as I'm watching this shit, I'm thinking of so much other shit that a motherfucker can go look and pull from. But just from this alone, these my final thoughts on this shit, dog. And I got to get up out of here because I know Gangland ain't about to do Bunk Skunk Fridays here shortly. I know that's coming soon. But when you look at the obvious plays, okay, when a motherfucker have his girlfriend sit up there and tell her, "Oh, you send this text,
You need to send me a text saying that I didn't do what I just did to you. And when you just think about the what's the word? The tendency, like what your motive is behind that shit, bro. I know you gay. Ain't nobody lying about you. Just like you hiding, just like you trying to do that shit in the dark. You playing them motherfuckers like you one way in the front, but you really doing some other shit in the dark. It's the same shit with the grinder shit. Ain't nobody making that up on you. The same way you sit up here and conflate and act like you got a song with Nipsey and you know T.I. got a song with him and all this shit. And the same way you lying to the motherfuckers, I'm gonna bring you on and all that shit. It's indicative of, it's reflective of all the claims that motherfuckers have. It's adjacent to those claims that motherfuckers been putting on you. The gay ones, the weirdo ones, the just fuck nigga aspect of it. And like I said, if you got a problem with anything I'm saying, DM me. Don't make no content. Or make content, I don't give a fuck. I need to wrap my shit up. But DM me first. And I promise you, we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out. What you did to that girl is unacceptable. You need your ass. You need to be more than beat. Like I said, you need a life-changing experience. You deserve a life-changing experience for that. And before I start getting too riled up and get to saying shit that, you know what I'm saying, a motherfucker can't take back. I want to appreciate everybody that had tuned in to the show. Sexy Nate, what's going on? What's going on? Everybody that pulled up and sat here with me, and we sat up here and unpacked all this. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I appreciate everybody that been here. And like I said, we just getting started with you, Rich Trapper. And I gave you a lot of grace. I gave you a lot of benefit of the doubt. And this would, before I go, I want to give y'all this. Give people the ultimate benefit of the doubt. What that does is, it can be a handicap to where it can restrain you a little bit, but you ain't got to apply those constraints fully. But give motherfuckers the ultimate benefit of the doubt so that once all that's run out, you are absolutely certain. You know what I mean? It will be no way it'll be irrefutable when you finally get to your conclusion. Cause like I say, man, too many instances. And at first it was, you know what I mean? It might be them. It might not be you. It might be them. But you clickbait shit. You get on this internet. You lie. You conflate the truth. You get on here and, oh man, it's just so much shit. But there's a term, my brother told me this when I was young, and I told y'all this before too, but I'm gonna keep saying it because since I do content, I will. But motherfuckers say you don't talk about bitch ass niggas because you'll never run out of shit to say. You'll just wind up talking about them all day long. But in this regard, we gonna talk about bitch ass niggas because sometimes it's worth and needs to be addressed. But we ain't gonna do it too long. We gonna unpack you, thoroughly assess what you are, make it clear and blatantly obvious, and then we'll close your file and send you on where you need to be until it's time to get back into it. But with all that being said, man, I'm gonna get y'all back to y'all regular scheduled program. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, tapped in, like the video if you ain't already, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, we gone.
Mopwack, what's happening with you? Mopwack, Mopwack.